my lovelies, and welcome back to Sauntering Tarot. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. This is your daily tarot reading for the 9th of October 2023, and we'll be using a deck I have never featured so far on my channel, and that is the Weird World Tarot. It's a Kickstarter deck, so let's see if you guys like it or not. I think it's funny because it's called Weird World, and I grabbed my world map tapestry before my ancestors called for this deck. So apparently some part of me knew we were going to tackle this particular deck today. But let's go ahead and see what it can do. Alright, my lovelies, I am back, and we have several cards on the table. Believe it or not, we have 7 major arcanas, and I do believe 1 ace on the table. And when I looked at the cards as they came out, I didn't see right away any synchronicities. Nothing really jumped out at me. So I don't think there is one. Except for maybe 5, 5, 5. But anyway, what is the best part of your day? We have the Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, the King of Wands reversed, the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the 2 of Pentacles reversed, the 3 of Pentacles reversed, the 4 of Pentacles reversed, the 5 of Pentacles reversed, and the 6 of Pentacles also in the reverse. And yes, I realize that's a lot of consecutive cards, but that's what they wanted. Okay, I love the fact that we start out on the Queen of Wands. I really feel a lot of creative inspiration energy coming through the card. I would say this is a day when we're wanting to paint, to write, to do any hobby that is very creative. Just because the energy is there. All right. I will also say that this creative energy that we've got going on for us, that seems pretty prevalent, pretty strong here. It doesn't seem like you're actually utilizing it for the day. It seems like you have the urge to be creative, to do something creative. However, it's like you're learning or getting details on it before you take action. Because you know things will not go well if you take action on it now. Now is not the time. Things are out of bounds. It's like things aren't fully shaped. So any effort that you put in is not worth holding on to. For example, you know that you would like to write a book, and you have a very creative prompt for writing, and you realize that it's interesting prompt, but you know you can't just start writing the book from the prompt without a storyline, without a plot device. Everything kind of road mapped out. Where you want it to go, all the characters within, how you're going to climax the story, etc. How you're going to tie and wrap everything up fairly neatly. So the drive, the ambition, the power, yes, the creative energy is all there. And you're fully aware that even though you are inspired, there's more to learn. And taking the time to slow down and learn or conceptualize things is going to be more beneficial to you in the long run. That way you're not wasting your energy. That way you're not, randomly slapping colors on a canvas hoping that you won't have to scrape off a whole bunch of paint or have to paint back over it because it's not scaled right. If that makes any bit of sense. So there's far more to what's going on with your creative energy today than just being creative and letting loose and engaging in a creative activity. No, there are details and nuances going on that you realize you need to become aware of. So learning, planning, and getting all those details to where it is worth the effort to tackle it. It seems to be where your focus is. Let's see what the worst part of your day is. We start out on the Empress, which I also love. The Lovers, the Chariot, Strength, the Devil, the Tower, the Page of Swords in the reverse, and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. Okay. I picked up a little bit of this earlier. Yes, we are very much in a creative energy. We wish to create. We wish to enjoy our hobbies. Probably engage that inner child quite well for the day. We want to connect with that energy. We want to run with it. Just go headlong into it. But the problem is that we have some issues with that, and it's going to blow up in our face. Things will not go over well. Either we don't have the right idea for us to move forward and be very eloquent, concise, or our efforts, despite us wanting to express them so much for the day, now is definitely not the time. We are not being, I guess you could say, protected well enough moving forward for us to do that. So we have some outside interference, whether that is information we are not aware of, etc., or perhaps there's something more to the circumstance that we cannot see. So yes, kicking in and getting those details, learning the information, planning, conceptualizing, rather than trying to execute, seems to be a better option for the day. And that's where that struggle is wanting to create, needing to create, playing with that inner child and be like, look, a coloring book, only it's a canvas and a paintbrush, and, having it happy. And yet realizing now is not the time. It's not the best idea. Now I can't go forward with it. It's like you're all worked up, and then there's a little bit of a letdown as well. Even if it's for your own good that you don't, there's still a little bit of that energy of aw. And that seems to be probably someone's inner child. having to be put on hold. So let's see what your obstacle, or how to get over your obstacle. We have the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. And yes, I realize that's a lot of cards in order, but that's what they wanted. Yeah. Remember when I said conceptualizing or planning? We're gathering details. We're gathering information. We're expanding our area of focus of what we are trying to create, our endeavor. We're, story building if we're writing. We're realizing how everything fits together with what we're creating, whether that be a painting and scaling it out on a canvas with pencil to make sure everything is fully to scale and will fit. Maybe we're double checking symbolism, whatever. We are making sure that our creativity has free reign within limits to be successful without our energy being wasted. And yes, that does mean doing some of the hard work behind the scenes prior to actually taking the action and utilizing the opportunity to create. That is either something we're purposely putting on hold, or we realize it can't happen right now. That's as much an obstacle as anything else. But for me, this shows up as it being worth it, because when we actually do attempt to do something, not only is it going to be executed well, it might actually be greater than what we had before. I'm being drawn to the Three of Wands. So perhaps instead of something that is 1 or 2 dimensional, it's 3 dimensional. It has more depth, more quality to it. So the effort, even though it puts you a bit on hold and having to do more back work first, the end result will be more successful. Okay. I'm bringing, sorry folks, I'm being drawn to the Five of Wands and the Six of Wands, and the fact that our lovely Six of Wands is looking at the Five of Wands. You might actually be pushing limits, maybe not your limits, but perhaps you're trying a new genre, perhaps you're trying a new method, or perhaps you're trying to create your own new method of something. So you're expanding limits or pushing limits that, if done correctly, you will gain recognition for. Yet another reason why not barreling through this opportunity and putting it on hold and making sure this plays out well is more important. Worth the effort. They're actually bringing me back to the Five of Wands. The fact that this little boy here has his wand and he's got a streak of golden light coming out of it. So making the action worth it, inspired, but highly powerful, potent. Like I said, gaining recognition. Pushing boundaries or limits in a way that is new, inventive, inspired, out of the norm, unorthodox, maybe unconventional, but stands apart. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave that energy there. And for those of you that like the astrology, Moon in Leo squares Uranus and Taurus. Maybe a change you want to work on. Timing likely isn't right. We're picking up on that definitely. Try to work on plans, gather information instead of being impulsive. That is definitely what we have just discussed. And as I said, maybe your inner child is a little let down because it can't fully express itself the way it wants to, but it seems like you have a bigger payoff over here with our obstacle and how to get over our obstacle. So this learning, this planning, putting everything into context, making sure it is right, the back building, working behind the scenes has a very notable payoff by putting the opportunity on hold instead of moving right along with it. For those of you that do love the numerology, all your cards here add up to 113, which ultimately reduces to 5, which is the number of change. And yes, you may change your mind on going through with this, knowing that if we learn a little bit more, if we plan a little bit more, conceptualize a little bit more, and rework things, there's something better. Something more we can do, and that effort is actually worth it. So instead of taking the chance, we're changing that opportunity and we're putting it on hold for later. Alright, my lovelies, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. And if any part of this reading resonated for you, do me a favor and give me a big thumbs up. That lets me know you actually clicked with something in the reading. Feel free to shout at me in the comment section down below. What creative endeavor is this for you? Is it something you do for a job or is it a hobby? Feel free to share the video anywhere online, and thank you so much to those that do. It helps the channel grow. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.